As Pierre Post State takes the field, we are ready to go for our final game tonight. As the Eights will be looking to get to one of those top two seeds, as they have an opportunity. The scenario is, as you saw those 14U standings, after all the pool play games are done except for this one, Yankton has already been eliminated. This will be their final game of the state tournament. Pierre knows that they're in to play in the bracket play tomorrow, but knowing that this game is going to get over after midnight, playing at either 12 o'clock at Kelly Field or 1 o'clock here at Hyde Stadium is much better than playing at 9:30 or 10:30 tomorrow morning. It is for Pierre, if they give up 3 runs or less and win, they will be the number 1 seed. If they give up 4 to 10 runs, and win, they will be the number 2 seed. If they give up 11 runs or more, no matter if they win or not, they will be the 3 seed. And then if they don't win, they have to not give up 14 runs. So that's kind of where Pierre stands at to hold at least that number 3 seed. But to be that number 1 or 2, you have to win, and you have to win by giving up less than 3 runs to be the number 1 seed and less than 10 runs to be the number 2 seed and get that first round bye. And Harrisburg knows they are not playing until the second game tomorrow, almost today, but not playing that second game till tomorrow. They will be one of the top 2 teams with a bye. Post 22 is going to see exactly how this game finishes out. The likely scenario if Pierre wins is that they will be the 3 seed, but that is where everything kind of stands as we are ready to go here for our final game of this 14U pool play state tournament here at Hyde Stadium. Just 20 minutes shy of midnight. Ben Martinez will get us started as it is Ethan Sager, the pitcher, and the first pitch will miss low for ball 1. At 11:40. I say 11:40 p.m., not 11:40 a.m. Here's the 1-0. That'll get to the backstop, and the count's 2-0 here to Ethan Sager. Yankton 0-2 so far. They lost 18-15 to T, and then they lost 3-2 last night to Brookings. So again, they were eliminated after that 320 loss and kept them at under or less runs allowed, as that one will miss high. That counts 3-0 here to Ethan Sager. Carter Riefenrath will be next for Yankton. The 3-0 pitch, that's down the middle for a strike, and it counts now 3-1. Three-one pitch here from Martinez. That's going to find the strike zone, and from 3-0, it's now to 3-2. Glad you're with us here on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Maybe you are laying down to go to sleep tonight and you got some baseball on to finish out your night. Maybe you've just been waiting since early this morning for this game to be played, and you had to wait an extra 4 hours and 10 minutes past the original start time. Actually watch this game on YouTube. 3-2. There's a swing and a miss, and there is a strikeout after a 3-0 count. Martinez comes back and gets a strikeout, and there is one down as we look at that Yankton lineup again. Carter Riefenrath the third baseman will bat second. Brody Rage, the catcher, batting third. Colin Frazee, the shortstop, batting fourth. Easton Sherratt, the first baseman, will bat fifth. Brennan Hansen, the second baseman, batting sixth. William Schoenfelder will bat seventh, as that first pitch will miss for ball 1. Carl Larson, the right fielder, batting eighth, and Bentley Eliers will be the right fielder, the center fielder, batting ninth for Yankton. Over for a strike, the count's 1-1. That is a train rolling by, not the sound of rain coming in. Had that already happened a couple different times. Here's a 1-1 pitch. That one's fouled back. And so now the count is 1-2. All important game to win here for Pierre and limit the run total. make sure that they are one of the top 2 teams to get a little extra rest. I shouldn't say extra rest, just get some rest before having to play tomorrow, as it counts now 2-2. Because if they are the 3 seed, they play at 9:30 at Kelly Field. Even to the 4 seed, you're playing at 10:30 tomorrow morning. That will get to the backstop. And the count runs full here at 3-2. So a second full count here for Martinez to try and work around. It was 3-0, and then he came back with a strikeout. Now the 3-2 pitch is outside for ball 4, and Yankton will get a 1-out walk from Riefenrath. And it's Brody Rage, the catcher, to the plate. Rage will come set, or wait for the first pitch, and this one will be flown out towards left center field. That is down in the gap, and that will score a run. And Yankton will get on the board here early on, an RBI double for Rage, and it's a 1-0 lead for Yankton here in the top of the first inning. RBI double, and Colin Frazee. So Pierre's only allowed 2 more runs allowed before they can no longer allow another run to try to be the number 1 seed here for tomorrow, as the first pitch is over for strike 1. Pickoff attempt, and that throw will go into center field. The runner will take off for third, though late. The throw will come to third. The tag applied, and he is safe. And so the runner will get to third on the throwing error. Rachel's a little late getting back up and heading for third, almost cost him. But instead, he's over at third here with 1 out. That's upstairs, and the count's 1-1. One pitch. That's upstairs, and the count's now 2-1. Martinez from the sets. This is a high fly ball into shallow center field. The left fielder, Keenholz, will come in and can't make the catch, but the runner does not go from third to home. And so now it's first and third here with only 1 out. Second error now here by Pierre. And Sherratt now to the plate. Runners at first and third. 1 down, top of the first. First pitch is over for strike 1. The runner takes off for second. And will steal second. So now runners at second and third here with only 1 out. That one will miss, and it counts 1-1. The 1-1. That will get to the backstop. And a run's going to come in to score, and it's a 2-0 lead here for Yankton. Runner moves over to third as well, and This now 2-0 lead. Again, Pierre they can allow up to 3 runs. They can't allow a 4th run to score. That one's fouled into the mid of Preston O'Brien, and there's now a 2-2 count. Two, a swing and a miss, and a strikeout. Toronto will strike out swinging, and that brings up Brennan Hansen. Here's the first pitch to Hansen. It's over for strike 1. Two outs, a runner on third here. Top of the first of our final game of day 2 here at Hyde Stadium. This has popped up into foul territory. The third baseman and Colt Schilling will make the catch and end the inning here in the top of the first. 2 runs will score on 2 hits. Make that 1 hit and 2 errors. And 1 man left on base. We head to the bottom of the first, a 2-0 lead for Yankton over Pierre as the 8s will come to the plate. Lucius McCullough will get us started here in the bottom of the first. As Sager delivers the first pitch for strike 1. Lucius McCullough, Jalen Keys, Ben Martinez with Weston Twilliger if anyone reaches base. 0-1. Swing and a miss. It's now an 0-2 count. Sager, the 0-2 pitch. A ground ball that'll be up the middle. Fielded by the second baseman. The lefty will throw, but it's not going to be in time as Hansen had a turn and throw across the body. And Lucius McCullough will beat it out for an infield single. That brings up now Jalen Keys, the second baseman. Early base runner here for Pierre, trying to get one of those, at least one of those 2 runs back, if not both of them, but got the start that they wanted, getting McCullough on base with that base hit. Now Jalen Keys with 1 on, nobody out. That'll hit him. And it's now first and second, so the tying run's already back on base here for the Eights. And Ben Martinez will be at the plate.
Pitcher number 11, Ben Martinez.
So Martinez with an opportunity to help himself out. Base hit could score that first run. That pitch will be upstairs for ball one. That one will catch the zone. That counts 1-1. And Pierre not just has to win this game for the number 1 seed, but also a win would be at least the number 2 seed. That one almost was a balk from Sager, but no call from either umpire. Here's the 1-1. Comes high and inside, the count's 2-1. Pierre has to win. If they don't give up 11 runs or more and get a win, they'll be the number 2 seed. If they give up now only one more run and still get a win, they can still be the number 1 seed. But again, Harrisburg knows that they are in that semifinal, whether that's as a 2 seed or the number 1 seed at 12 o'clock at Kelly Field or the 1 o'clock game here at Heights Stadium. Still to be determined. Post 22 is waiting to see when they will play. There's a swing and a miss, and the count's now 2-2. And it's vastly different because a 9:30, 10:30 a.m. game, or well, they'll be the 3 seed if. So they would play at 9:30, if not being the number 2 seed. Here's a 2-2. Taken for strike 3 as Martinez can't pull the trigger. And the first strikeout, first out here in the bottom of the first, and it brings up Weston Terwilliger. And a home run in yesterday's game, in the second game of the day yesterday. So he's got the opportunity with one swing of the bat to give Pierre the lead. First pitch will be upstairs and inside for ball 1. The 6 teams know that they are in. Post 320 knows they're the number 6 seed. And they will face the number 3 seed at 9:30 tomorrow morning over at Kelly Field. That'll miss, and the count's 2-0. It is most likely that the 5 seed will be T and the 4 seed would be Mitchell, barring a loss by Pierre, but they have to give up a lot of runs to move themselves down below those teams. But post 320 at 1-2, they are the best 1-2 team in runs allowed to give them that number 6 seed. That one's over for a strike, and it counts 3-1. Yankton, yes, they could get to 1-2, but they've already given up more runs in those 2 games than post 320 did in the 3. That's why Yankton has been eliminated from contention to make the bracket play. That will be ball 4, and then we'll get to the backstop. So it will load the bases here with 1 out. Infield single, followed by a hit by pitch, and now a walk, and 1 out. Bases loaded for Colt Schilling. Chance with a base hit to tie the game up. First pitch to Schilling. That'll miss inside for ball 1. McCullough's on at third. Keys at second, Terwilliger on at first. The 1-0 pitch is fouled back. A 1-1 count here to Schilling. 1-1. That's high and outside. That counts 2-1. Here's a 2-1 from Sager. That one will miss low, and the count is now at 3-1. The 3-1 pitch is grounded foul. Coach Doyle making a nice play over there at third. It was a full count here with 1 out. Here's the payoff pitch to Schilling. It will hit him, and a run will come in to score. And so Pierre will get on the board and make it a 2-1 game, second hit by pitch of the inning. And it's now Luke Deal with an opportunity to tie the game up or even give Post State the lead. Still only 1 out here in the bottom of the second. That is at the knees for a strike. We want to welcome you into Sunday morning. It is midnight on the dot. The 0-1 pitch. There's a swing and a miss, and it counts 0-2. It's 2-1 here in the bottom of the first for our final game of Saturday. There are no more games until tomorrow. Well, I guess it is tomorrow morning now, but later on this morning. The bracket play, that's the scheduled games. This is the last scheduled game for Saturday. Here's the 0-2 pitch. There's a swing and a miss and a 3-pitch strikeout of Deal. 2 down here in the bottom of the first, and it brings up Brogan Keenels, the left fielder. And the lefty will dig in. Will try and tie the game up. After a lengthy rain delay, it put this game 4 hours and 10 minutes behind schedule. As the first pitch will miss inside for ball 1. We were supposed to start this last game at 7:30, but did not start until 11:40. 1-0 pitch is outside, that counts 2-0. Not the first time that KCCR Sports has had a game past midnight. Had a baseball game out in Rapid City during the 2020 season in the state tournament that ended up getting started and actually ending after midnight, Central Time at least. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That one is fouled away, and the count's 2-2. And Brogan's older brother, Lincoln, was a part of that 2020 team for Post State that played late into Saturday night, early Sunday morning. During the COVID summer and that 4-team state tournament. Here's a 2-2. There's a chopper that will be off the glove of the pitcher, picked up by Sager and no play. It'll be an infield single and an RBI for Brogan Keenels, and it's a 2-2 game here in the bottom of the first inning, and the bases remain loaded. So now Jack's newcomer.
Number 10, Jack Newcomer.
First at bat for him here in the state tournament for newcomer. First pitch will be upstairs for ball 1. Terwilliger at third, Schilling at second. Keenels with the RBI infield single at first. The 1-0. It'll be inside. And the count's now 2-0. Still got a decent crowd on hand. Even though we're into Sunday morning, and we should, with Pierre playing. The 2-0 pitch. That'll be inside. The count's now 3-0. Time is called. Don't have all the lawn chair gang here, and they're all getting rested up for tomorrow. They'll be here in full force for bracket play tomorrow. Here's a 3-0 pitch. That'll miss for ball 4, and Pierre will take the lead on a 4-pitch walk to Newcomer. And Terwilliger will come in to score. And the 9th man to come to the plate, Connor Pashong to the plate. Pashong played right in game 2 yesterday, but did not hit. As the first pitch will miss for ball 1, so he will swing the bat for the first time. And the Aids with a 3-2 lead here in the bottom of the first inning. The 1-0 is inside, and the count is 2-0. 7, 8, 9 in the top of the second for Yankton. This is the number 9 man here in the bottom of the first for Pierre. Lucius McCullough is on deck for the Eights. 2-0 pitch, swung on and missed. Pashong late on the fastball. The 2-1, that'll miss slow, and it's now a 3-1 count. And Sager in danger of walking home another man. Three-1. That one is cued off the end of the bat over to the first baseman, and it will be Sherratt that will take it to the bag to retire the side. 3 runs will score, though, in the inning. As the Eights get just 2 hits, there are no errors and 3 men left on base. 1 inning gone here on this Sunday morning, and it is a 3-2 lead for Pierre over Yankton at Heights Stadium at the 14U State Tournament. It is the top of the second, and Pierre has a 3-2 lead over Yankton. 7, 8, 9 here for post 12. As it is William Schoenfelder, Carl Larson, and Bentley Aliers that will come to the plates. Swing and a miss for strike 1 to Schoenfelder. Martinez looking now here for Pierre with those 2 runs that scored in that first inning. They need some zeros on the scoreboard. That pitch is grounded to McCullough at short. He'll make the play for the first out. And 1 down here in the top of the second. And Carl Larson here to the plate. Right fielder will dig in for Yankton. First pitch is there for strike 1. As we mentioned, we'll keep talking about it as the game goes along, that you're going for the win, but you're kind of against the clock in terms of runs allowed, as it's an 0-2 count. Pierre can only give up 3 runs in this game and still can be the number 1 seed. As it counts now 1-2. Otherwise, Harrisburg takes that top spot. Pierre drops to number 2. And then between runs 4 through 10, you can give up and will keep you the number 2 seed. There's a swing and a miss, a strikeout, and 2 down. But after you give up 11th run, then Rapid City Post 22 takes that number 2 spot. And of course, if you don't win, that you are going to find yourself being at least the number 3 seed after that too. So very much a must-win game for Pierre to get that bye, but then also to keep runs at a minimum. Here's a ground ball back to Martinez. He will field and flip to first to Williger, and it is a 1-2-3 inning. We head to the bottom of the second, 3-2 lead for Pierre over Yankton here at the 14U State Tournament at Hyatt Stadium in Pierre. It is the bottom of the second and a 3-2 lead at the top of the order. Now up here for Pierre. Lucius McCullough led off the first inning with an infield single and then came in to score on the RBI hit by pitch by Colt Schilling. That one is fouled out of play, the right side for strike 1. So McCullough with the infield single. Leading off that bottom of the first, now leading off here in the bottom of the second. There's a line shot. That will be stabbed over at short. The throw to first is not going to be in time. The ball will get away from the first baseman. McCullough will end up at second. Another infield single for McCullough, and will advance to the throwing error, and it's a runner on at second here with nobody out in the bottom of the second inning. The first error by Yankton. And now it's going to be Jalen Keys. Keys was hit by a pitch. He came around to score on the infield single from Broken Keenholz. Tied the game at 2-2 in that bottom of the first. First pitch swinging, ground ball to the right side. That will move that runner over to third. The throw from the second baseman, Hansen, is in time for the first out. And so McCullough over to third. One down here in the bottom of the second, and now it's Ben Martinez. Can help himself out by extending this lead to 4-2 with a ball to the outfield. First pitch will miss low for ball 1. Strick out looking to hit his first at bat. Here's the 1-0. That's upstairs, and a 2-0 count here to Martinez. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That'll find the strike zone. The count's 2-1. If this score, where it stands at right now, would hold, it would be Palace City and T. The winner of that game facing Pierre as the number 1 seed. As that one will catch the zone for a strike, and the count's 2-2. That's post 22 and post 320 in the 3-6 matchup. They would face then Harrisburg, the winner of that game, to take on Harrisburg in the semifinal. That one is flown out to right field. That one will land foul. And we'll do it again here at 2-2. And again, the Pierre does not have a lot of wiggle room right now. Run differential is the second tiebreaker, and Pierre would have that run differential. If they allow 3 runs, it doesn't matter if they win 4-3 or more than that, they would have the run differential. Because they've already scored more runs than Harrisburg did. Here's a ground ball through the right side for a base hit. Martinez will help himself out, an RBI single to make it a 4-2 lead. 2 hits in the inning now here for the Eights. Martinez 1 for 2 with an RBI. And now brings up Weston Terwilliger. So Weston Terwilliger. He'll wait on that first pitch at the letters for strike 1. Bennett Hess is running over at first for Martinez, the pitcher, and the courtesy runner. Runner takes off, ground ball. That will be over at first and fielded. And the step on the bag at second or first. Hess didn't see how that ball had gotten to the first baseman, so to him it kind of looked like Schrott had caught it on a line drive and it didn't hit the ground. So he was confused on if he needed to go back to first or not. He ended up at second anyway. 3 out of 6 for the second out. And now it's Colt Schilling with 2 away. First pitch will drop in for strike 1. Because Hess was off with the pitch, so by the time that he was able to locate where the baseball was, Schrott would have made a nice play moving to his right on the backhand as that pitch is behind Schilling and the count's 1-1. Just how Schrott had fielded the ball, how quickly it got to him. Again, I can see where Hess looks back and feels like he caught it on a line drive and thinking about going back to first, and thankfully could pick up the coaches here, everybody from the coaching staff, and tell him to get to second. So he stands there at second with the 2 outs. And a 2-1 count here to Colt Schilling. RBI hit by pitch in his first trip to the plate. That'll miss inside. The count's now 3-1. That one is fouled back, and the count's 3-2. Well, we aren't the only Pierre team that is taking their playing late into a day. The 13-14 team is still playing right now, and they're winning 8-0 over Watertown in the quarterfinals. That one's a swing and a miss, and that will be strike 3. And taking care of the second inning. A run does score, though, on 2 hits in the inning, along with an error, and 1 man left on base. We head to the top of the third, a 4-2 lead for Pierre over Yankton in the 14U state tournament here at Hyde Stadium in Pierre.
For Yankton in the third inning, the pitcher, number 20, Ethan Sager.
Ethan Sager here in the top of the third. Top of the order. First pitch will miss for ball one. Ben Martinez with the big zero, and that's top of the second. It's a 4-2 lead right now for Pierre over Yankton. 1-0 is at the knees for a strike, and the count's 1-1. Sager, Riefenrath, and Rage, the first three hitters. This is poked out to center field, and that will land in front of Luke Deal for a base hit. A leadoff single for Sager. It brings up Riefenrath, who walked in his first trip. He came around to score on the RBI hit from Brody Rage, the catcher. Runner takes off. That's a liner into right center field for a base hit. Coming up is Deal. They will round the runner from third. The throw will come to the plate, and it's going to be over the head of the catcher of O'Brien, and it's now a 4-3 ball game. RBI double for Riefenrath. He stands at second. And that is a big run standing over at second base right now for post 8 for Harrisburg. Because that's the difference between the number 1 and number 2 seeds right now. There's a first pitch strike. The 0-1 pitch over for a strike. The count's 0-2 here to Brody Rage, who doubled home Riefenrath in that top of the first inning. Nobody out, and that runner on at second. No 2 is off the glove of O'Brien, but not far enough for Riefenrath to try to take third. The count goes to now 1-2. One-two pitch here. That one's fouled away to the left side. And it will stay a 1-2 count. Martinez from the stretch. He'll come set. 1-2 is outside, and the count is 2-2. Pitch number 41 for Martinez. Sager's thrown 54 through 2 innings. The 2-2. That is outside. The count is now at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Colin Frazee is on deck. The 3-2 will miss inside for ball 4. And it's now first and second here with nobody out. Preston O'Brien will make his way out and talk with his starting pitcher, Ben Martinez. So that runner at second in Riefenrath, if he does come around to score, Harrisburg then fully takes that number 1 seed. And Pierre, the best they can do is, and wanting to do, is be the number 2 seed. They want to bye. It would be big to get a bye playing this late game and then having to turn back around and playing early in the morning. That will miss for ball one. 1-0 pitch. That is upstairs, and the count's 2-0. There's a fly ball to center field. Luke Deal going back. He'll leap up, but it's over his head. It will score the run. Over to third. Will end up going Rage, and it's now a 4-4 tie. And Frazee will get the RBI, and Easton Sheridan out of the plate. Again, that will officially put Harrisburg as the #1 seed going into tomorrow. They will take on the winner of that 4 and 5 game, which will still be determined before the end of the night. It's looking like it would be Mitchell and T to play in that 4-5 game. However, still got to finish out this game first because of all the other implications that could go. But it now has put Harrisburg at #1. They will be playing at 1 o'clock here at Hyde Stadium in the semifinal against the winner of that 4-5 game. After the mound visit, Sherrod, the first baseman, at the plate. An opportunity here for Yankton to take the lead. First pitch will miss outside for ball one. The 1-0. There's a swing and a miss, and the count is now at a ball and a strike. The 1-1 pitch. That one's hooking foul down the left field line. And the count goes to now 1-2. Our first game here tomorrow at Hyde Stadium is at 10:30, but the first game of the bracket play games is at 9:30 at Kelly Field. It'll be 10:30 here at Hyde, 12 o'clock for the first semifinal at Kelly Field. That one just misses a little bit high, and the count's now 2-2. Then at 1 o'clock, Hyde Stadium will have that semifinal, then 3:30 is the championship. Here's now the 2-2. That one will miss upstairs as well, and the count is full at 3-2. Martinez will come set from the stretch, the 3-2. There's a swing and a miss, and a strikeout for the first down here in the top of the third. Brings up Brennan Hansen to the plate. The lefty will dig in here with one out. Runners at second and third. First pitch is over for strike one. Both teams have 4 runs on 4 hits here in this ball game. 2 runs on 3 hits here in this top of the third inning for Yankton. The 0-1 will miss. 1-1's taken for a strike. Now 1-2 count here to Hansen. And a miss outside, and the count goes to now 2-2. Time called at the plate. We'll do it again here at 2-2. This is popped up on the infield. The shortstop, Lucius McCullough, will call for it and make the catch. And there's now 2 down, and it brings up William Schoenfelder. Ground out to the shortstop, McCullough, back in the top of the second. 7th man to come to the plate here in this top of the third. There's a swing and a miss for strike 1. Oh, 1 is fouled away, and the count's now 0-2. A strike away here with 2 outs in this top of the third. Oh-2 is grounded up the middle. McCullough will field it short. Hits throw to first. Will get out of the inning. We're tied at 4 after a 2-run, 3-hits inning for Yankton. And the bottom of the third, all square at 4. Luke Deal leading off here in the bottom of the third inning in a 4-4 game. As the first pitch will find the strike zone for strike one. Deal struck out swinging in his first at bat. He's 0 for 1. Deal, then Brogan Keenels and Jack's newcomer, 6, 7, and 8 for the eights. The 0-1. That'll miss, and the count's now 1-1. Rain is falling again here at Hyde Stadium. Not nearly as bad as what it was earlier today. That one's at the knees for a strike, and the count's now 1-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Taken for strike three. The curveball freezes him. And there's one down, and it brings up Brogan Keenels, who is 1 for 1 with an RBI infield single. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a miss for strike one. The 0-1 pitch. There's a ground ball up the middle. That'll get through for a base hit. And Brogan Keenels is 2 for 2. And so now Jack's newcomer to the plate.
Number 10, Jack Newcomer.
First pitch to newcomer. That is upstairs for ball one. Newcomer drew a bases loaded walk for an RBI in his first plate appearance. He's ahead in the count 2-0. Four tie here in the bottom of the third. That curveball that will drop in for a strike. Newcomer had ducked, but it curved back in for a strike, and the count's 2-1. 2-1 pitch, a swing and a miss, and the count's now 2-2. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That will get off the top of the glove of the catcher, and now goes to second Keenels, and he's in scoring position here with one out and a 3-2 count. The catcher will make his way out and have a conversation, and Rage and Sager trying to be on the same page. Full count pitch is taken for strike three, and there are two down. And now it's Connor Pashong.
Right fielder, number 29, Connor Pashong.
Pashong grounded out to the first baseman. That ended the bottom of the first inning when all 9 guys came to the plate in that 3-run first inning, as that first pitch will miss for ball one. Or excuse me, taken for strike one. That'll hit Pashong, and it's now first and second. And Lucius McCullough, who's 2 for 2, come to the plate to try and reclaim the lead for the Eights.
Number 5, Lucius McCullough.
Here's the first pitch. That's over for a strike. The 0-1 pitch. That will be the backstop. Keenholz will dive in head first over at third. It took a high bounce off the bricks and came flying back, and Keenholz had to make sure he had to hustle over to third. So now it's second and third with 2 away. Base hit can make this a 2-run lead here for the Eights again. 1-1. Swing and a miss. And it's now 1-2. One, two. Taken for strike 3, and that will take care of the inning. 3 backwards Ks in the inning for Sager. No runs on a hit, no errors, and 2 men left on base. We head to the 4th. It is 4-4 between Pierre and Yankton. Back after this here on YouTube at KCCR Sports. It is 8-9-1 here in the top of the 4th inning. Carl Larson, the right fielder, lead off for Yankton in this 4-4 game in the top of the 4th. First pitch is over for strike 1. So 8-9-1. Yankton got the game tied. They're trying to play spoiler against Pierre. And the count's 1-1. Their state tournament will end after tonight's game is done. 1-1. That one's on the inside corner, and the count's 1-2. One, two here for Martinez. That will miss, and the count is at 2-2. Got 3 more games at Hyde Stadium later on today. That one's fouled back. Be the 4-5 matchup at 10:30 a.m., followed by the 1 o'clock game, Harrisburg against the winner of that matchup, and then the state championship at 3:30. The 2-2. Taken for strike 3. And there is the first out here in the top of the 4th. Bentley Elliots, the center fielder, to the plate. Fourth strikeout, make that the fifth strikeout of the ball game for Martinez. Here is a fly ball that will be hung up and caught by the shortstop, McCullough, right at the edge of the infield dirt, and there's 2 down. And now back to the top of the order for Ethan Sager. Sager led off the third with a base hit, came around to score on the RBI double for Riefenrath. As Frazee hit his RBI double, tied the game at 4-4. 1-0 pitch is over for a strike in the outside corner. The count is even at a ball and a strike to the Yankton pitcher. That one will miss, and the count's 2-1. Here 13-14s, they win 11-1 over Watertown. That game just getting done. And it is post-8 heading to the semifinals. Here's a ground ball over to the shortstop, McCullough. His throw to first, and it's a 1-2-3 fourth inning. We head to the bottom of the fourth as the rain falls at Hyde Stadium some more. It's a 4-4 game between Pierre and Yankton. So it is the bottom of the fourth, and it is 2, 3, and 4 here for Pierre. It is Jalen Keys, Ben Martinez, and Weston Terwilliger. The first pitch will miss for ball 1. Rain coming down here at Hyde Stadium again. It has put most everybody under grandstand here at Hyde Stadium behind home plate. That'll be down the right field line, and that will land just foul. As a foul ball down the right field line, and nearly could have been a triple for Keys. And foul by just maybe a foot or so. And so the count goes to 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Make it a 2-1 count. That'll be inside, and the count's 3-1. They'll draw a walk, and Keys is on to lead off the bottom of the fourth. And that go-ahead run is on base. And Ben Martinez can help himself out as he comes to the plate with a runner on at first and nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth. They'll show bunt, he'll pull it back, and it will be a wild pitch that will get the runner to second. And so Keys is in scoring position here with nobody out. And the 1-0. That'll miss inside. Making it a 2-0 count. The 2-0 pitch. That'll come inside, nearly hitting Martinez, and it's now a 3-0 count. The 3-0 pitch. That one will find the strike zone. The count goes to now 3-1. Three-1 will be at the knees, and it's now a 3-2 count. Payoff pitch coming here to Martinez with nobody out. Runner on at second here in the bottom of the fourth in a 4-4 game. Sager delivers. That'll miss inside, and so will be a walk. And it's now first and second here with nobody out. Back-to-back walks to open up this fourth inning. So now Weston Terwilliger with an opportunity to give the Eights the lead back here in this bottom of the fourth. The first pitch, missed inside for ball one. A 1-0. Fouled back, and the count is even at a ball and a strike. Got Colt Schilling, Luke Deal, then Broken Keenholz. Here's the 1-1. That one is lined foul. Now the first base side, and the count goes to now 1-2. One-two pitch against Sager that in the butt off of his cleats. Here's the 1-2. That will bounce in, and the count goes to now 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 will miss. The throw back to second, and diving back in is Keys over at second base. And it is now a full count with nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth, first and second. Runners won't have the head start, but it is a big pitch upcoming here. Payoff pitch to Williger. There's a high pop-up. Moving into shallow left field. The ball is going to be dropped, and the throw will end up going to third, and they will get the runner out at third. And could have the potential of an infield fly rule being called, even though he was into left field and into the outfield, but it was not called. The runner is out at third, still first and second with one out, so nothing changes, but it's now first and second with one away. And what becomes a fielder's choice. And so now Colt Schilling with one away. That first pitch is over for strike one and a swing and a miss. Sager with a couple looks at second. The 0-1 pitch. Schilling will foul that one away to the right side.
There you go, Colt.
And so now it's an 0-2 count. Here to Colt Schilling. The 0-2. Ground ball over to third. Stepping on the bag at third. The throw across the diamond is going to be wide. And it will bounce off the first base dugout. Stays in play, and it's now second and third.
Come on, 1-4, let's go. Hey, come on,
And so it'll be a fielder's choice and an error. Making it second and third now with two away.
Let's go.
And it's Luke Deal. So Twilliger over at third, Schilling on at second. It is a fielder's choice and an error. And Luke Deal, who's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, has an opportunity to drive in 2 runs here with the base hits. First pitch, line shot, that is snow coned over at third on one hop. The throw is going to be wide though, and 2 runs will end up scoring. Deal on his way to second, he will stop there. And it is a 6-4 lead on the throwing error, back-to-back throwing errors from the third baseman, Riefenrath. And both runs come in to score. And so now it's a 6-4 lead here for the Eights in the bottom of the fourth with 2 outs. And Brogan Kienholz now to the plate. First pitch is outside for ball 1. Kienholz 2 for 2. RBI infield single in the first. Base hit back in the bottom of the third. A 3 for 3 day with a base hit in the outfield certainly can make this a 7-4 lead for the Eights. That'll be over for a strike, and the count's 1-1. Looks like the rain has stopped again here at Hyatt Stadium. Not sure that that will last for the rest of the night. We'll take the stoppage right now. That'll bounce in. The count's 2-1. Two-one pitch. That's outside. The count's 3-1. And for those that are watching from Rapid City or maybe from Post 22, if you'd be back in Rapid City, we say good morning to you as well. It's 12 o'clock Mountain Time now and Sunday morning. as we hit 1 o'clock here at Hyatt Stadium. 3-2 count with 2 outs, a 6-4 lead for Pierre here in the bottom of the 4th. That will miss Kienholz. And so the ball got away, and it's a walk to Kienholz. And so the runner will take third. If that had hit him, it would be first and second, but he was able to jump over it and get the walk. And so now Jack's newcomer with runners at first and third. Newcomer first and third with 2 outs. Bases loaded walk back in the first inning. Struck out looking in the third. That first pitch is taken for a strike. Kienholz will steal second. So he stands at second. Second and third here with now 2 away. That one's over for a strike as well, and the count's quickly 0-2 here to newcomer. New baseball here for Sager. Pierce trying to get to 3-0 here in pool play. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Fouled back. They already in the bracket play. No matter what happens in this game, Yankton eliminated from contention again to bracket play, regardless of the outcome of this game. They're playing for pride, playing to spoil a chance for Pierre to be one of those top 2 seeds. Here's the 0-2 again to newcomer. Swing and a miss and a strikeout, so that will end the inning. But 2 runs do score here in the inning for Post 8 to make it a 6-4 lead at the end of 4 innings. Here at Hyatt Stadium, the 14U state tournament. So Weston Terwilliger on the mound now for Post 8. As that is over for strike 1, Carter Riefenrath, the first man to greet him. 2, 3, and 4 here in the top of the 5th inning for Yankton. A 6-4 lead for Pierre. Counts 1-1. Colt Schilling moves from third to first as Terwilliger goes to the mound. Jalen Keys moves from second to third. And Ben Martinez moves over to second from the mound. So those 4 moves all keep the batting order the same. And the count's now 1-2. Swing and a miss from Reef and Rath. The 1-2 pitch. That is outside. The count is now at 2-2. Twilliger will step off and reset. The 2-2 from Weston Twilliger. Swing and a miss. And a strikeout to open things up here in the top of the 5th inning. And it will bring up now the catcher, Brody Rage. A time called, and Preston O'Brien will go and talk with Twilliger. First pitch. That one's a check swing, but a called strike. Rage is 0 for a 1 for 1. He doubled back in the first and walked in the third. The 0-1 pitch is upstairs, and the count is now 1 ball and 1 strike. One is fouled out of play. And so the count goes to now 1-2. Looking for a second strikeout here is Twilliger. A 1-2 pitch. Swing and a foul back. No, they will say that it was just off the glove. And so the throw will then get into right field. They are going to call it a foul ball. So it sounded like it off the bat, or it sounded like on the swing that it was a foul ball. Everybody ran it through. But it was a foul ball, so we will do it again at 1-2. A 1-2 pitch again. That one is off the glove, but missing high and wide. Count goes to now 2 balls and 2 strikes to Brody Rage, the catcher. The 2-2 pitch is upstairs, and it's now a 3-2 count.
You ready?
Payoff pitch. We popped foul. It'll be just to the left of the press box. And the count remains full at 3-2. 3-2 pitch. Taken for strike 3 and back-to-back strikeouts for Twilliger to open things up on his outing on the mound at 2-way. And Colin Frazee now at the plate. Frazee reached on air in the first and then doubled in the third. Here's the first pitch. A miss outside for ball one. Here's the 1-0. That one misses outside in the count 2-0. That one will find the strike zone to make it a 2-1 count.
2 more, just like that.
2-1 pitch, taken for a strike. It is now 2-2, and Terwilliger looking to strike out the side now. Here's now the 2-2 pitch. Taken for strike three, and the tag applied, and that will take care of the inning. Striking out the side in order for Terwilliger. We head to the bottom of the fifth, a 6-4 lead for Pierre over Yankton here at Hyatt Stadium in the 14U state tournament. So now it is Carter Riefenrath on the mound, as Sager will go over to first and share it to third, as it is going to be 9-1-2. Connor Pashong, Lucius McCullough, and Jalen Keys here in this bottom of the fifth. That first pitch will miss high for ball one. Pashong 0 for 1, ground out to first and then hit by a pitch. That one will miss low, and the count's 2-0. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That will miss upstairs, and the count is now at 3-0. Riefenrath, the 3-0 pitch, showing bunt was Pashong. He'll pull it back. It was taken all the way anyway, and it is over for a strike, and the count goes to now 3-1. 3-1 comes inside, and that will be ball four.
Where do we leave it?
And so now the top of the order for Lucius McCullough.
Shortstop, number 5, Lucius McCullough.
So McCullough now here with one on and nobody out. That pitch will miss inside for ball one. McCullough is 2 for 3, single in the first and second, then struck out looking in the third. Did not hit in the fourth inning for the first time to not come to the plate in an inning. He'll line that one, ground that one over to the second baseman. Tried to underhand flip after it bounced off of the second baseman, and he will recover to make the play for the first out. The fielder's choice and one away.
Third baseman, number 28, Jalen Keys.
And so now it's Jalen Keys. He's walked and hit by a pitch. Riefenrath delivers the first pitch, and that will miss for ball one. Final game of pool play. The brackets will be set after this game is done. Runner takes off, pitches a call to strike, the throw to second, and not in time. Just sliding in safely was McCullough over at second. And so now in scoring position is McCullough. The 1-1. That is inside. The count is now at 2 balls and a strike. Two 2-1 pitch. That one's fouled out of play. And the count remains at now moves to 2-2. Full count here to Keys, and Martinez is on deck. He has an RBI single back in the second inning. Pierre trying to extend their 2-run lead. Payoff pitch. That one is fouled out of play to the right. Another 3-2 pitch. That'll be a walk. First and second now with one away. And Ben Martinez to the plate.
Second baseman, number 11, Ben Martinez.
He is 1 for 2 with a walk. Looking for his second RBI. Fouled straight back for strike one. The 0-1. That'll miss low and inside. One pitch that will get away to the backstop. And it's now a 2-1 count with runners at second and third. An opportunity for the Eights to extend this 2-run lead here in the bottom of the fifth inning. 2-1 will hit Martinez, and then it's ricocheted off the catcher. Might have hurt Rage more than it hurt Martinez. The bases are loaded. And so now it's Weston Terwilliger with 1 out, and he's got a chance to really do a lot of damage if he can get a hold of one. Home run last night. Right now he is 0 for 2 with a walk and a fielder's choice, along with a ground out. First pitch will miss for ball 1. From the windup, the 1-0 pitch. Catch to the bottom of the zone. The count is at 1-1. By the way, Yankton, the top of the 6, will have 5, 6, and 7. Easton Sherritt, Brennan Hansen, and William Schoenfelder. That one's fouled at the plate, right into the glove for a strike, and the count's 1-2. One-two pitch will be called strike 3. And there's now 2 down. It'll be Colt Schilling to the plate. Schilling is 0 for 2, hit by a pitch with the bases low in the first with an RBI. Struck out swinging and then grounded into a fielder's choice. He did come around to score back in the 4th inning. Here's the 1-0 to Schilling. That one's cued off the end of the bat and a roll foul that counts 1-1. Here's the 1-1. That one's a line shot that is in the gap for extra bases. 2 runs will come in to score. Schilling's going to clear the bases. On his way to third, the throw will make its way over there. He will slide in safely with a 3 RBI triple and a 9-4 lead for the Yates here in the bottom of the 5th inning. A big, big triple for Colt Schilling. He now has 4 RBIs in the ball game. And Luke Deal will try and drive him in. Now a 5-run advantage here for the Yates. That first pitch is over for strike 1. 0 for 3 so far. Did reach on an error, though, back in that 4th inning. The Yates scored 2 runs without a hit. They've scored 5 runs the last 2 innings and have only recorded 1 hit, and that was just that triple. Here's a ground ball on the left side. This will be a tough play. The throw's not going to be nearly in time. An infield single for Luke Deal. And a 10-4 lead now for Pierre. And now Brogan Kienholz. So a 6-run lead now here for the Yates in the bottom of the 5th inning. 4 runs have scored. Deal at first. The first pitch is high and outside for ball 1. That will bounce to the backstop. Deal makes his way to second. And the count's 2-0. That's the second time that Kienholz has had to do a dance to make sure he wasn't hit by a pitch. Right at the feet. 2-0. That is high for ball 3. .30 is over for a strike, and the count moves to 3-1. And still a good hitters count here for Kienholz to try and pick up his third hit and drive in another run. The speed of Deal at second, anything through the infield would make this an 11-4 ball game. There's a fly ball to center field. Coming in as a center fielder, it will drop in for a base hit. Third hit of the ball game for Kienholz, second RBI for him. He is 3 for 3, been on base all 4 times, and the Aids taking an 11-4 lead. And it brings up Jack's newcomer. So now a 7-run advantage here for the Aids. 5-run 5th inning for Pierre. Newcomer will take strike 1. 0 for 2, had a RBI bases loaded walk, struck out looking and swinging. He's the 9th man to come to the plate here in the 5th inning for Post 8. That one will miss, and the count is even at a ball and a strike. The 1-1. Ground ball that'll be up the middle, be fielded by the shortstop, underhand flip to first to get out of the inning. But not before a 5-run inning here for the Aids, as they do so with just 3 hits in the inning. There are no errors and 1 man left on base. We head to the top of the 6th. It is an 11-4 lead for Pierre over Yankton here at the 14U state tournament in Pierre. It is the top of the sixth, and now E.J. Rattling Leaf will be back on the mound, or is on the mound. Second time that he has been used here this weekend for Post States after he threw in the first game against Brookings. The first pitch is taken for strike one at the bottom of the zone. Easton Sherritt, Brennan Hansen, and William Schoenfelder. That one's fouled back, and the count's 0-2. Twilliger goes back over to first. Keys will go back to second. Schilling back to third. Martinez now will be behind the plate. There's a fly ball to center field, right to Luke Deal. Barely had to move at all. And the leadoff man is gone here in the top of the sixth inning. And it brings up Brennan Hansen. Hansen's 0 for 2. Pop out to third and short. And his 2 trips to the plate. First pitch is a ground ball to the shortstop. McCullough will charge from the infield grass. He bobbles it for a moment, but it will be in time still. Good throw there by Lucius McCullough. And 2 down now here in the top of the sixth. That's a heck of a play. William Schoenfelder now to the plate. He's ground out to McCullough twice. Here's the first pitch. That'll be caught by the second baseman. And Bentley Elliott's hitting. I don't believe that's right in the order, but that will end the inning. And so now we head to the bottom of the sixth. Is a 1-2-3 inning for Rattling Leaf. And so it will be bottom of the sixth, a 11-4 lead for Pierre over Yankton. Rain is falling again here at Hyatt Stadium, now in the bottom of the sixth inning. And it is Connor Prashong that will lead things off. The right fielder who has been walked and hit in 2 of the 3 trips he's come to the plate will take strike 1. Pierre can score 3 runs here in the sixth inning and finish off the game, and basically would be a half inning early, or they're 3 outs away from picking up a 3-0 record. As it counts 1-1. And again, Yankton would have to, at this point right now, tie the game up at 11 for Pierre not to be the number 2 seed. They would fall the 3 seed at that point, regardless then if they win or lose. And the count's 2-1. Otherwise, they will be the 2 seed and take on the winner of the 3-6 matchup, which will be post 22 and post 320 tomorrow. Again, that's Pierre being the number 2 seed. There's a swing and a miss, and it counts 2-2. And then it's going to be Palace City and T in the 4-5 matchup, with the winner taking on Harrisburg, the top seed, in the semifinals. And those 2 games will be here at Hyde Stadium. Post 22, post 320. Then the winner facing Pierre would be at Kelly Field. That will be taken for strike 3 for the first out. Bashong will go down looking here in the bottom of the 6th. And it's now Lucius McCullough. That all is, with this being the final score, at least Yankton's final run total. That pitch will miss for ball 1. Rain again still falling here at Hyde Stadium, and we might have actually got a raindrop onto the camera. Here's the 1-0 to McCullough. And the count goes to now 2-0. Two-0 pitch is upstairs, and a 3-0 count here to McCullough, the leadoff man in the batting order, second man to come to the plate here in this bottom of the 6th. A 3-0 pitch. That one will find the strike zone. The count's now 3-1. Will miss for ball 4, and it will be a 1-out walk to McCullough. And Jalen Keys now to the plate. So Keys now is his 5th trip to the plate. He's been walked twice, hit by a pitch. Officially only 0 for 1. And ground down to the second baseman. That will get to the backstop. McCullough will get to second. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That is outside. The count's 2-0. Is lined into right field for a base hit. McCullough will round third. He will try to score. The throw will be into second. It's an RBI single to make it a 12-4 lead here for Pierre in the bottom of the 6th inning. First RBI, first hit of the day for Jalen Keys, and now it's Ben Martinez. Now he represents the winning run for Post 8 here in this game. There's a swing and a miss for strike 1. A 1 will be taken for a strike, and the count's 0-2. Now, this is the final tally for Yankton. Just how close Pierre was to being the number 1 seed. If they had tied in runs allowed with Harrisburg, they would have had the run differential to be the number 1 seed. That one will miss, and the count's 1-2. But just 1 run more allowed than Harrisburg has allowed in their 3 games. 1-2 pitch. That one's chopped foul. And Kelly Field starts at 9:30 tomorrow morning. Post 320 knows they're playing in that game. Post 22 still waiting while it's looking cleared. It's not over till the final outs or the final run scores. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That'll be taken for strike 3 for the second out. And Martinez will go down looking. And it brings up Weston Terwilliger to the plate. Then at 10:30, Hyde Stadium, T and Palace City Mitchell feel pretty comfortable that that's how they're going to be playing that 10:30 game. Harrisburg knows that they're playing at 1 o'clock. They already knew that they were playing either at 12 or 1 before this game had gotten underway. That one will get away for the catcher, and Keys will end up at second. Weston Terwilliger ahead in the count 1-0. Before we get done here with the broadcast, we'll make sure that the bracket is shown to you. This has popped up. Foul territory, first baseman going back. And he's unable to make the catch. And so now it's a 1-1 count. The 1-1, that's upstairs, and the count's now 2-1 here to Terwilliger. Wind blowing out towards right field corner. Rain looks like it has stopped again here at Hyde Stadium. That will bounce in. The count's 3-1. The 3-1 pitch will miss for ball 4. And we'll get to the backstop, so it's now first and third. And so Terwilliger is on. He represents the winning run. Cole Chilling, who had a 3 RBI triple in that 5th inning. It really turned into being the kind of the big difference to blow this thing open. You can do the same thing again here. You can win the ball game for Pierre. That first pitch is upstairs for ball 1. That one's over for a strike, and it's a 1-1 count. One is lined up the middle. That is through for a base hit. Terwilliger will go from second. He's going to try to get to third. The throw coming in. It will be bobbled by the third baseman. So it is now a 13-4 lead. And remains first and third. Another RBI for Schilling. He got 5 RBIs in this game. And now that winning run just 90 feet away. As Luke Deal and infield a single RBI. And now it is a chance to win the ball game here in the bottom of the 6th inning with a 10-run rule victory. First pitch will miss for ball 1. The 1-0. That one is lifted in the right foul. A 1-1 count. Into Williger represents that winning run. We got Deal right at the plate. If he reaches, but they don't win, Brogan Keenels will be the last hitter of the inning. Here's the 1-1. That is outside. The count's 2-1. And we'll either have a 10-run rule victory or we'll head to the top of the 7th. Two 2-1. That will hit him. And so it will be the bases loaded now. And it will bring up Brogan Keenels, the last hitter of this bottom of the 6th, with 2 outs. And either we head to the top of the 7th or it is a 14-4 win. And Jack's newcomer, who went to go on deck, realizes that there is 0 chance of him coming to the plate, so he'll go back into the dugout and take the helmet off. Either be ready to celebrate the win or, I guess, stay in the dugout because he's the DH in the game, so he won't go to the field as the first pitch will miss for ball 1. Here's the 1-0. That's over for a strike, and the count's 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one's over for a strike, and the count's now 1-2. And a strike away from sending this game to the top of the 7th. A 1-2 pitch. That one will miss low, and the count is now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here to Brogan Keenels. The 2-2. That one's grounded foul down the third base line. So another 2-2 pitch here to Brogan Keenels. That is high and outside, so the count runs full of 3-2. Everybody will get a head start, which could help on a force play. The 3-2 pitch. That one's fouled back. Remains a full count. Another 3-2 pitch coming. And Keenels with a high fly ball to center field, and coming in is the center fielder, and he will make the catch. And we'll have to go to the top of the 7th before we wrap things up. 2 runs will score in the inning for the Eights. It's a 13-4 lead as we head to the top of the 7th. Pierre leading Yankton, trying to finish out and go 3-0 here in pool play. As we'll come back with the 7th inning next. So the rain falling once again here at Hyde Stadium. And we are in the top of the 7th. And you can hear it a little bit more coming down here at Hyde Stadium. There's a strike taken. Carl Larson is the leadoff man. I have to close the window here. That one's over for a strike, and the count's now 1-2. That one will miss, and the count is now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 is high, and the count's now 3-2. The rain coming down a little bit harder. The 3-2 pitch. That one's fouled back. Here's some rumbles of thunder as well. We're trying to get this final 3 outs in. As long as this day has been, of course, it's not going to be the easiest 3 outs to get with the weather. 3-2 will miss for ball 4. And now Bentley Healers will come to the plate. So here is Hilliers to take strike 1. A runner on at first and nobody out here at the top of the 7th. That'll miss inside, and the count's 1-1. One pitch will miss, and the count's now 2-1. Two one will miss, and the count's now 3-1. There's a swing and a miss, and the count's 3-2. The 3-2 pitch popped up. That'll get out of play. And we'll do it again here at a 3-2 count. The 3-2 again. Taken for strike 3, and there's one down here in the top of the 7th. And it's back to the top of the order for Ethan Sager.
Number 3, Ethan Sager.
Sager is 1 for 3. That'll miss for ball 1. Again, it's the rain coming down, trying to keep the equipment dry here at the end, so that's why the camera shot's a little bit harder to see. And the fact that it's raining as hard as it is here at Hyde Stadium, the count's now 1-1. Here's the 1-1 count pitch. That one is fouled down the first base side. The count's now 1-2. I mean, it's getting even hard for me to see what's happening on the field. Had no idea where that ball went at first. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. And there's now 2 down, and Pierre 1 out away from picking up the win. And Carter Riefenrath will come to the plate. First pitch is popped foul out of play on the right side. I think those tarps will get on the field pretty quick on the mound and home plate. Here's the 0-1. That is fouled away, and the count's 0-2, and the 8's is now a strike away. Before we get off the broadcast, we'll show you the bracket for tomorrow. And then we will be back here for a 10:30 first pitch at Hyatt Stadium. 0-2. That is fouled away again. Another 0-2 pitch coming up here to Carter Riefenrath. Bradley Leaf looking to get the final out. That one just misses outside, and the count's now 1-2. As we close in at 2 o'clock in the morning. A 1-2 pitch. Grounded over to third. Schilling will field his throw to first and roll 8. A 13-4 win. Pierre will be the number 2 seed tomorrow to play at Kelly Field. As we will show you the bracket here before we wrap things up. And so Pierre will be playing in that game after Rapid City Post 22 and Rapid City Post 320. They're the 3-6 matchup. That'll be the first game over at Kelly Field at 9:30 here at Hyatt Stadium, Palace City and T. That'll be at 10:30 a.m. And then it will be Harrisburg to face the winner of that matchup at 1 o'clock. Kelly Field will have the 12 o'clock Pierre winner versus Rapid City Post 22 and Rapid City Post 320. And so it will be games here at Hyatt Stadium here on a KCCR Sports. And it is going to be, we'll have the Palace City T game at 10:30 tomorrow morning, and then Harrisburg against the winner of that game, then the state championship at 3:30. And that will be our final 3 games of the 14U state tournament. A 13-4 win to wrap up day 2 of going into day 3 of the 14U state tournament. We'll be back at 10:30, around 10:25 tomorrow morning for our first game of the day of the playoffs, the bracket play. And that is going to be coming up again, 10:25 here later on this morning.